Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of Make We Talk on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. We're going to speak about what's going on in Haiti. I have with me the former president of the National Democratic Movement.
President Chairman.
Are you the chairman now?
Yes.
Okay. I have with me the chairman of the National Democratic Movement, Mr. Michael Williams, my good friend. I hear they talking that because my name Tavares, I'm political. There's such nonsense in my life. We're going to speak about what is going on in Haiti. We're going to speak about, Jamaica's offer to help Haiti. And I was listening to a program a couple of days ago, Mr. Williams, where they said that if Jamaica put boots on the ground in Haiti, it's as if they're invading Haiti like how Putin invaded Ukraine, because Haiti doesn't have an elected government. So we're going to dig in that. I was hoping that Miss Charles would have come on because she knows a lot more than I do pertaining to the Haiti's crisis. But this evening, we're going to dig deep. We're just going to be in here for maybe an hour or so, Mr. Williams. It all depends on where the program leads us. The question I want to ask you, Mr. Williams, do you think the Jamaican government should offer such help as military help to stem the crime in Haiti, when some will say that Jamaica has its own crime problem?
Well, I've been to Haiti. I went to Haiti during the Aristide elections. I was an election observer under the guidance or the leadership of Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
And it was clear to me at that time that Aristide, although he was a priest, an ex-priest, and he had very good ideas, in my opinion, for Haiti, he wasn't a favorite of the US ambassador to Haiti at the time. Because we had a meeting with him, and based on his statements and utterances, I could gather that he would have preferred someone else other than Aristide to be elected as the president of Haiti.
Yes.
Albeit Aristide was elected. And I observed the election there. To my mind, it was a fairly free and fair elections in the areas that I observed those elections. And I gave that report to Mr. Jimmy Carter as part of the delegation from Jamaica and other Caribbean islands and the USA as observers of that election, right? But since then, Aristide was removed, although he was elected, and a more pro-US person succeeded Aristide. And we in Jamaica, when I said we, I mean the government of Jamaica at the time, even gave asylum, temporary asylum to Aristide when he had to leave Haiti. And he lived in Jamaica for like a while, and then he moved on. I think he stayed here about a month or so. But to come back to your question, the Jamaican government did not specify what type of aid or assistance they were going to give to Haiti. But they could never be thinking of military.
I think they said they were going to give them, if needs be, the JDF is on standby along with the JCF. And Mr. Williams, I think they said if needs be, then they will send the JDF and the JCF inside there.
I don't know why, but your voice is coming very low on my phone. Although you are hearing me loud and clear. And
are you hearing me now?
Sorry?
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but not as loud as you are hearing me.
Hold a minute.
But anytime there's a little interference, like a helicopter just flew over, I didn't hear you.
Okay.
But I don't think it's on my hand because my phone is turned up to the maximum.
Well, I don't know what's going on here because.
But I'm hearing you a little better now.
Okay, go ahead now.
Okay. Well,
I don't know what's going on here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
the army in Jamaica is fully employed in Jamaica right now. They don't have any reserves. But they have not called out the reserves of the Jamaican government. So the only way that they could send people to Haiti, boots on the ground, that is, even
Yes, sir.
if it's maybe one battalion, maybe, I don't know. The army is not a big army in Jamaica now. We have under 4,000 men, not in the regular army. We don't have a lot of boots on the ground to send, and the boots on the ground are totally employed right now, and I would say some of them quite exhausted by just trying to deal with the crime situation in Jamaica. It must be a diplomatic gesture of solidarity more than, in effect, sending boots on the ground over there. If they're sending any, it might be just some advisors and persons who could put together some training session. The point is that Haiti is a lawless country without any government whatsoever. So it would have to be an invading force that is going into Haiti. And the only person that has those capabilities right now is the United States. I don't see any other country that has the capabilities to do something like that, except the big countries. Cuba could, but Cuba would not be accepted. China could, but I don't think China would be accepted. And Russia has their hands full right now, more than full. So,
but Mr. Williams, some may question, because all right, let's go this way. Former Commissioner of Police and former Chief of the Jamaica Defense Force, where Admiral Harden Lewin was on radio saying that Jamaica should help because your neighbor's house is on fire. And what is going on now, the guns for trade thing going on between Haiti and Jamaica. I think that is why they're saying that we should truly go in with the military forces to see if we can stem what is going on in Haiti. But if the Haitian people do not want outside help, in the sense of they don't want military boots on the ground, what they need is for people to really, level the whole entire thing in the sense of stem the crime, get rid of the dons and the criminals and so forth.
Jamaica, let's look at Jamaica. Jamaica is a small country with an army of less than 4,000 troops.
Yes.
Not including the reserves. The reserves might end up at another 80 to 2,000, the most. Right? We have not called in our reserves yet. But our situation in Jamaica is almost getting towards what is happening in Haiti. Right?
Indeed.
We have two parties in Jamaica. And the two parties have two gangs associated with them.
Yes.
Whether they want to admit it or not, that is the truth. One Order and Klansman. Right? So it's better them say them, well, PM Andrew could have sent some One Order people over there and some Klansman too.
Mr. Williams, we have the great grandson of Paul Bogle here with us this afternoon, Sir Marcel Clark. Mr. Clark, unmute your mic for me, sir, and give us your views on the idea of Jamaica sending military help to Haiti.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Tavares. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. Yes, face value, I would support military going to Haiti, but I don't think we have the capability to assist them effectively. Um, as you know, the JDF is engaged currently in a lot of zones and stuff like that. So as what the gentleman was saying earlier, he don't think we have the complement to assist. Um, it looks far-fetched, far-reaching, and based on the gun for jobs thing that is happening in Jamaica, it would serve our best interest to maybe go there and buffer certain things from we having persons fleeing Haiti trying to come here to seek asylum or whatever, and then they use the guns from there as a trade-off to be accepted by the locals. You know, I am concerned that our neighbor is very close, but it's what can we do? What is in our capability to assist or to help to stem what is happening there, to stem persons from fleeing? You know, Jamaica is known to have 156 ports of entry or more.
Yes.
The question I want to ask the government: what
the question I want to ask what?
The government. What steps are they taking to monitor those ports of entry? Because it's an easy thing for Asians to come here. It's an easy thing for them to come with guns, offering as a means of bartering for persons who accept them and put them up or whatever. I think the government needs to look in that direction, needs to closing off these borders. Even if we can't go to 80, but at least do something on our own front. Cover our bus. You know, ensure that we don't have an infiltration of illegal weapons coming in or illegal immigrants coming in that may contribute to our present crime problem. And I think that's what we need to look at also. Not just look at Haiti situation in isolation, of course, just being out there neighbor. But we should look at how can we ensure that what is happening in Haiti does not spill over to us in a negative way, like an infiltration of a mass movement of immigrants, guns, drugs, you name it, whatever, diseases, you name it. So every ministry should be looking at what is happening in Haiti and how we can ensure that it does not affect us in a negative manner. Those are my.
You touched on some very important points that Jamaica need to look on its own borders. But I'm pretty much sure if it was Jamaica in the crisis that Haiti is in, they would have tried to help. Now, Haiti doesn't have a government per se now, because there is not a government leading Haiti right now. So Haiti is just swimming. And our black brothers go ahead, sir.
A lawless society.
It is a lawless society right now.
It is a lawless society. And the truth of the matter is that our army, our full complement army, if we were to send 3,000 troops there, that couldn't cover. It maybe could cover Port-au-Prince. It couldn't cover Haiti. Our army can't even cover Jamaica good in a warring situation like that. It's going to require a much bigger force to restore Haiti to a place where after military rule they can establish the conditions for elections and have an election. The only force that I say that is capable is a United Nations force. That is what I would recommend, that our Prime Minister should recommend, that we should have a United Nations force going. we can send maybe 100 persons as part of that United Nations force as boots on the ground. But we don't have much more than 100 persons to send to Haiti right now, as our own situation dictates. So it is a United Nations force that need to go in there. I don't think that the people of Haiti will accept a United States force, but they have had some bad problems with previous United Nations force, because some of the people that they sent from, I think it was New Guinea, who
Yes.
carried cholera into Haiti as part of a United Nations force. So they would have to screen the men that they're and women that they're going to send into Haiti much better this time. And
But Mr. Williams, you know, as you touch on the cholera, the cholera part of it, where they bring in, you know, disease into the country. Jamaica, if Jamaica should go there, our military should go there. There's a language barrier also. We have to send a translator with the JDF. And in the same breath of everything, we may have to send some medical help too. Are you hearing me?
yes, sir, I hear you.
We may have to send some medical help too because of what is going on there. And if they have 100 and something gangs that has high power weapon, does our military have high power weapon like that?
I do believe that we do, but I don't know if they have them in the quantity that they have them in Haiti right now. Right? That is why we would need a much bigger force than a Jamaican force or a United States force or a force gathered from all parts of the Caribbean. Every little make a muckle, but under the blue of the United Nations, right? That is what is required, and they could select some people from places like France, and Guadeloupe, I think is French, that they could get some translators from there. I'm sure the United Nations have the ability, if a resolution could be passed in the United Nations and it could be adopted, then every country could chip in and put a sizable force into Haiti to bring back law and order and democratic elections.
But the corruption is so high in Haiti that the people, I heard one of the notorious gang on Algeria saying that they are not the problem. It's the politician is the problem. So is it that CARICOM, I should say, has a major problem on their hand? Because if CARICOM do not help Haiti, I guarantee you that what is going on in Haiti will spill over in other Caribbean territories.
Well, the easiest one to spill over to is Jamaica, because we don't already have the two gangs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you. It has to be done in a fashion that the people of Haiti will accept. And that is what is the paramount importance in my mind. What will the people of Haiti accept? Because they don't want the 150 gangs, because each of them have carve out a little territory and that is theirs. And there's no government in place. So they need to have a government in place. So we have to take it one step at a time. We have to get the United Nations in there.
Okay, so that brings the question, as what you said, there is no government in Haiti. The question is this now. If there's no government in Haiti, who asks for Jamaica's help?
I don't think anybody asked for Jamaica's help. I think the Prime Minister was referring to a question that was asked of him by a reporter. And he said that he would be willing to give assistance to Haiti.
But hold on, Mr. Williams. He went into the Parliament of Jamaica and said that Jamaica stands ready. The Jamaica Defense Force, the JDF, is on high, and the JCF is on high alert, if needs be, to deploy to Haiti.
Well, he must have been speaking figuratively, because
Going to the
yes,
Parliament and say something like that,
the
sir?
JDF is on high alert right now in Jamaica.
Yes.
There was a video circulated recently from Haiti where they killed 4 or 5 or 6 of us, police officers, and the high-powered weapons were put on their bodies. That is not what we want for Jamaican soldiers to happen in Haiti. But at the rate things are going on in Jamaica, it might happen right here in Jamaica. Because Jamaica is slowly and surely heading to lawlessness, because neither the army and the police in Jamaica is able to stem the rate of crime that is going on in Jamaica right now.
So how on earth can the president be thinking about sending our people to Haiti then if they can't solve the problem in this country?
But that is the point I'm making to you, my friend. You have to listen to those things. It's not everything you can believe. Some things you have to take with a grain of salt. And I just want to tell Mr. Clark M. that a very few guns are coming from Haiti right now. Right? Most of the guns that are coming, they found some right on the port of Montego Bay just a couple of days ago. Over 60 of various types of high-powered weapons being brought into the country illegally. And I can tell you this factually, Jeffrey.
Yes.
That it is not any legitimate company in Jamaica that is bringing in those guns. So the only other people that can bring in those guns into Jamaica, the amount of guns and the value on the market for those guns coming out of Florida or the United States is only can be funded by one other or Klansman.
So you're saying to me, Mr. Williams, that is the gangs bringing in the guns in Jamaica?
But it must be.
So why can't be some
money?
big? Pardon me?
Who else have which entertainer you know have the money to bring in that assorted of weapon that must cost at least $750,000 US?
So the gangs in Jamaica has so much money to bring in a container
of course, the gangs in Jamaica get their money from the consolidated fund. Don't you know that?
No.
Well,
tell me some more. Go ahead. You're free to speak.
Who you think fund one other and Klansman? Who you think fund them?
I thought it was extortion money that fund the organization.
Extortion is some of it.
Yes.
Who built the conference center at downtown Kingston? Dudu's father was the contractor.
Christopher Cook.
Yes. His father. Who did the last renovation at Kingston Public Hospital?
Dudu's company.
Dudu's and Zeke's. Don't forget Zeke's. The two of them.
So all along then, Mr. Williams, we drift away from Haiti for a little bit. We're going to go back to Haiti. So all along, the government of Jamaica, or the two political parties in this country, has been funding the political gangs in this country then?
Of course. Who do you think build? Who starts the bill the rock wall at Port Royal. You don't know?
No.
Danhai Williams. And when the government changed, it went over to a company that was associated with the minister at the time, the JLP. Who built the perimeter fence down at National Heroes Park?
It wasn't it
A man named Kenneth Black.
okay.
I can't spell out anymore to you. You must can get the picture already.
I get that. No, I am understanding that if we
Okay.
have those people doing those things in this country, and Haiti has that in Haiti, so automatically Jamaica is knocking behind Haiti's back door.
That's right. That's right. That's why the Prime Minister must have been speaking a little bit tongue-in-cheek when I'm saying I'm ready to send boots on the ground to Haiti.
But if he was speaking tongue-in-cheek, don't go to the People's Parliament and tell the people of Jamaica what he's going to do.
But they're going to the People's Parliament and say worse than that.
True.
I tell you all the time, I don't know if I've used this term here, but we have a Alibaba government system.
You have used it to me here.
Yes. Remember, we have 63 members of parliament, and Alibaba only had 40 teeth.
Mr. Clark, you're very silent, Marcel Clark, the great grandson of Paul Bogle. You hear the discussion happening here, Mr. Clark, with the gangs in Jamaica.
I'm doing something what they call listen and learn.
I can hardly hear you.
No, I said I'm listening and learning. That's what I'm doing.
You're listening and learning, okay.
Yes.
The question I want to ask you now, based on what Mr. Michael Williams, the chairman of the National Democratic Movement in this country, in Jamaica, based on what he just said.
Jeffrey?
Yes.
I lost one. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, you're coming over muffled though. I'm saying to you.
You hear me now?
A little bit better. I'm saying to you, based on what our good friend Michael Williams of the National Democratic Movement said, that majority of the guns coming into this country is by the two political gangs. So Jamaica will soon become like Haiti.
It's alarming. Maybe some facts to it. He may know more than us. But I know the gangs have been very what you would say, they've been very active in seeking weaponry. I don't know what kind of war they get ready to fight, but they've been getting all kind of weaponry. As for you can watch the videos on TikTok and all of that. You will see some, gang members at different intervals displaying weapons. You see, that is why I have a problem with the DOZO and the state of emergency. The state of emergency that is DOZO inconvenience 3 million people. And they're looking for 300 or plus violence producers. So if you know that there's a number, you must know where they are and you must know who they are. So if you have that information, why not set up task force at different intervals across the island to seek and to find these kind of people and send me crime mission? Instead of come out and you inconvenience people from going to work, from about their lawful business, and say you're fighting crime. That's the problem I have with the crime, the crime scenario that the government is operating for. I can't call it a plan. Because it's like a band-aid effect. They're more operating like pyramids, where they put it there, they stabilize and it's moving on to further care. And that's what they're doing with the DOZOs and the state of emergency, because it's not fixing the problem. You say there's 300 plus violent producers, then let's find them. Set up some task force, give them certain autonomy that they can go out and execute lawful deeds. They're not talking about murder, but execute it lawfully. And let's bring the country back to some semblance of order. It makes you beg to wonder, what is the motive of the government? Why they're not taking that approach and they're doing it the way they're doing. I've heard numerous overseas bodies offering assistance in different levels and different kinds of assistance. And they say none. So obviously they know what they're doing. So it must be working exactly how they want. Um,
But
I wanted to say that it's just not one other thanks Sir Williams. But about Stone Crusher. And Stone Crusher is actually aligned to a particular politician or politician. So I don't understand really, but that's what I'm afraid of it.
but Mr. Williams,
Yes, sir.
if we in this country sit back, as what you said before, but if we sit back and don't demand good governance from CARICOM, we're gonna have an influx of Haitians refugees pouring all over the Caribbean, you know. You don't think so?
Of course. But we have a policy that we announced some time ago. I can't remember whether the GLP or the PNP announced it, that they send back the Haitians to Haiti
Mm-hmm.
if they can't meet the criteria of political asylum.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that has happened in the past. That is why we're not getting an influx of Haitians here, right? Because we are sending them back.
But
No,
go ahead.
that is a temporary situation in my mind, but that would explain to us why most of the Haitians that leave Haiti, they try to head north, not south, but sometimes they end up south, and that's how they end up in Anata Bay and Mansion Hill and all those places in Portland side. But we have been sending them back. So they're not very interested in coming south. They're all interested in going north to the great United States. Right? So we have a little reprieve of that. But as you say, when the thing got desperate in Haiti and all the gangs start to carve out territories, as they normally do in every country that they right here in Jamaica, the gang them carve out territories in Jamaica. The people gonna have to run. There's going to be an influx. How we deal with it is only will be what the resources of the government of the day. How they're going to deal with it.
Yes.
But we have a policy right now where we send back who we can send back. So that might be a deterrent in a way. So we must remember that. We always have that deterrent to send them back.
But I mean, sending them back is one.
Bluetooth connected.
But you sending them back, people gonna say we're heartless because of what is going on over there.
Well, that is just it. But Jamaican society can be very heartless too, you know. Just how we deal with our brothers and sisters in our everyday activity and life. We can be quite brutal and quite heartless. If you see how some of the criminals been shooting babies and children and mothers, especially in the reprisal aspect, when they can't catch Kwashi, them catch him shot. You know that statement?
Yes, yes.
A lot of that has been taking place in Jamaica because of the scamming. And when a person scam and they don't share the money equal, it becomes an issue. And when they can't find the person who did it, them go after the person's family.
Well, Mr. Williams, let us go back to Haiti.
Yeah, there's a dog barking next door, and it's
no, that's
really,
okay. Is it distracting you?
It don't distract me, but it might distract you, the listener.
No. I'm talking things that I would love to talk about.
Okay.
Based on what is going on in Haiti now, it is without a government. It doesn't have a Senate. It doesn't have a. I haven't seen the news, but one of my journalist friends told me that the Prime Minister resigned. I can't confirm that as yet. But based on what is going on in Haiti right now, do you think that CARICOM should step up their plate to assist what is going on in Haiti?
Put it this way. We have the heart to assist, but we don't have the facilities to assist. Our army in Jamaica is stressed out right now. The 4,000 people are deployed all over in the zones that they call the state of emergency zones. You will see jeep loads of army people in those zones, and they don't even have one police with them, because those are the areas where they have declared state of emergency. And under the state of emergency, it is the army that is in charge, not the police. You must be aware of that. Anywhere that a state of emergency in Jamaica is deployed, it is not the police that is in charge, it's the army. And we have declared another state of emergency back to back, because the opposition refused to join in. So every 2 or every month, them have another one back to back. State of emergency.
But based on all of these state of emergency, Mr. Williams, is it truly helping to stem Jamaica's crime pandemic?
Temporarily.
So it's a band-aid, we put a band-aid
It's
fix
a
on the
band-aid we
problem.
put on cancer.
So
Cancer is one order and Klansman.
the cancer is who?
One order and Klansman. Let me tell you a story that happened 3 months ago on the radio station, nationwide radio station.
Mm-hmm.
They had the commissioner of police and they had the deputy commissioner, Mr. Bailey. And the commissioner of police was talking about the arrest that they made for a lot of Klansmen. It was just before the trial of the last set of Klansmen that they're trying,
Yes.
out of Spanish Town, in front of the Chief Justice, just before that trial. So maybe it's more than 3 months. My memory can't, but I clearly remember the discussion. The commissioner said that they're going after the Klansman people in Spanish Town because they are causing a lot of problems in Spanish Town.
Yes.
And that was true. And they have these people that they're bringing before the court. And I called into the program and I spoke to the producer and I asked the producer to ask the commissioner, what about one other men?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm keep emphasizing Klansman. And I'm not talking about one other. And when she asked the question to the commissioner, he made Fitz Bailey answer, the deputy commissioner. You know what the deputy commissioner said?
Yes.
I will tell you. He said, one other is not doing anything now because their party is in power.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, sir. He said, one other not doing nothing now because their party is in power. Extrapolate that. What that tell you?
What almighty God in heaven? That comes from the deputy commissioner of police.
Yes, that one order not on anything now. They're not doing nothing.
Because they have money now, they're part in the power.
Them party in power, them have money. Where do you think them get the money from?
Tell me I don't know.
The consolidated fund.
God help us. You see,
All
you
right.
see.
I know you don't want to talk about Haiti, right?
Yes.
But I want to tell you, you know the constituency named Central Kingston?
Yes.
All right. Central Kingston was held by the PNP. Right? Ronnie
Yes.
Trace was the last MP for the PNP.
Right.
Ronnie Trace decided to give up politics. I'm coming out. And he didn't contest the last general election. So the PNP sent down Imani Duncan. And a person was selected by the GLP named Donovan Williams.
That's the mayor's brother.
That's right. But prior to that, while Ronnie Trace was in power, they had a meeting because the Prime Minister always wanted to move the Parliament from Duke Street and want to put it in the park. And the park is part of Central Kingston.
Oh.
Right? Now, listen to this. He said that the Parliament in the park is going to be his legacy. That is words from his own mouth. That's the Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a big opposition to it. And they had meetings in Central Kingston, and everybody from the constituency, PNP was running the constituency at the time. PNP said that them don't want no parliament there. So what the Prime Minister do? What the Prime Minister do? I'm giving you a scenario.
Yes.
He got Donovan Williams to run the seat. And they decide to build a wall from Raytown, go straight back to West Kingston. And that was run by UDC.
So how much of that wall? That's the Great Wall of China.
That is the Great Wall that financed the running of the constituency to make sure that Donovan Williams win.
Corruption, corruption, corruption.
I am telling you, Alibaba system.
So based on our Alibaba system here in Jamaica, pretty soon, maybe a year or 3 years down the line, or 4 years down the line, Jamaica will be a Haiti.
Well, that depends. That depends. That depends on how well the police commissioner, acting on the orders of the Minister of National Security, get rid of Klansman.
Then if the commissioner can't answer the question that you send in to Nationwide, to ask him through the producer of Nationwide, he told the deputy commissioner of police to answer the question. And there's something wrong with it.
Listen to me. Right now, when the police give you a report, they tell you how many gangs are in Jamaica operating. And they give you the names of the gangs. But the average Jamaican can't affiliate the name of the gang to one of our Klansman.
Mm-hmm.
But they are all affiliated. So when you hear down in Central Kingston, genocide and dark side gangs.
Genocide and homicide gang?
Genocide is one gang and dark side is the other gang.
Bangarang.
But the commissioner of police and the police do not tell you that one is GLP and one is PNP. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So it is the police force in collusion with the party in power that is not telling the Jamaican people the truth about what is happening in Jamaica. And the Commissioner of Police don't dare do that. Because if he does that, he'll get fired.
Because he's a lackey to the Prime Minister.
Every one of them. Go back as far as Francis Forbes. Before Francis Forbes, they are lucky to the government in power. You know what happened? You know what happened to our Commissioner of Police when they don't follow orders?
Get
And
fired.
they fire him? Let me tell you what happened. No police commissioner get fired. They all resign. Carl Williams resigned with 4 years of his contract because he was appointed by Bunting. He's fully paid for the 4 years of his contract. And before him, Ellington. He had 3 years of his contract when Bunting get him out. And he was fully paid for those 3 years. And even recently, when Montague tell George Quayle that he must rewrite the report and send it to him about the debacle that go on at Palisades Road when all American Airlines flight them get soaked up. Right? 3 American Airlines flight get soaked. And you don't mess with American Airlines flight because they have direct contact to Congress.
I remember that because...
And Quayle refused. He said, I'm not rewriting the report. Montague said, you're fired. He said, no, Montague said, resign. He said, I'm not resigning. Well, eventually, he resigned because he was assured by the Police Services Commission that he would get his full pay.
So, Mr. Williams, based on the level of corruption in this country, and all of these politicians involved in so many things, just like what is happening in Haiti with the politics and the gangs and the container of guns coming in from South Florida into Haiti and all sort of thing. Is it that we in Jamaica,
It's 7 o'clock.
I mean, the question I want to ask you, I mean, is it that we now must say to ourselves, the time we take sending people into Haiti, we try rearrange and try organize ourselves that we don't become like Haiti?
That's right. That's right. And the first thing we have to do, you and I, every person who is thinking about love of Jamaica and not love of a political party, you must love Jamaica first. You have to decide how we're going to get rid of the JLPNP. They are the problem. The NDM has been calling for an independent commissioner of police that respond to Parliament, just like how the director of elections respond to Parliament, and even the Indicom.
Yes.
The government of Jamaica refused to do that, but they know why. Because if you have an independent police force with a 7-year contract who is reporting to Parliament, only Parliament can fire him. And if you don't have that, the police commissioner will not have a free hand to go after any criminal, whether I'm in JLP or PNP or NDM or NOP. That is what we want in Jamaica. That's the first thing. And I believe that Anthony Anderson in deep down, is a good man. I believe that if he was given the independence that he needs, him could deal with the police force. Because him is an army man and him could get the army, who is normally non-political. Right? And first thing have to do is weed out every policeman who joined one other and Klansman in the police force. And there's quite a few of them.
But how can he weed them out when the powers may be is the one who formed the gangs in this country?
But that is the point. The powers that be, either they're going to make the commissioner of police independent of them, or we will get rid of them and put in a new system that will make the commissioner of police do his job as how he should.
Mr.
So
Clark?
we the people of Jamaica have a simple decision to make. Are we going to cut our navel string from the GLP and the PNP, or we're going to keep it? It's 78 years. 78 years the GLP and the PNP have been running this country. Don't bother think about the 60 years of independence. 78 years from 1944. The GLP and the PNP have been running this country.
Sir Williams.
And they have brought it to what it is today. You think that them can fix it?
It gone out of their hand.
Of course.
And that is why I said on my program last night, the fate of this country lies in our hands.
Of course.
The fate of this country lies in our hands.
That's
This
right.
little
In
rock
our hands.
in our hands.
That's right.
This little rock lies in our hands.
That's right.
And if we're going to continue the way how we're continuing, we are going down a slippery slope that we are not going to return from. Mr. Clark, you're saying something, sir?
Yes, Sir Williams. I listen to you.
I can hardly hear you. You're very low, Mr. Clark.
Can you hear me now?
Very, very low. I can hardly hear you at all.
All right, 1 second.
Hold on, Mr. Williams. He said 1 second. We can hardly
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me now?
Yes, a
Can you
little
hear
bit
me
better.
now?
You hear me now, Mr. Clark? Mr. Williams?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
Yeah, I have to go close to the phone to hear him.
All right. I may have a water issue. But anyhow, Mr. Williams, I listen to you long and hard and I digest. But you spoke about Commissioner Anderson. I am of the belief that he is incompetent, whether he was at JDF or is now at the JCF. And he did a stint as advisor to the Prime Minister, and crime was still spiraling. So I don't see a track record there. Furthermore, him being Commissioner of Police, it's been a pious position because his allegiance is to the Prime Minister because he was advisor. He was the only one named as advisor, and he has been the only one since he left. Nobody else has replaced him. So his allegiance is to the Prime Minister, his BS. So I only see him doing PR. That's all he does is PR. Him show up, make a nice statement, and him gone. That's what he's getting 80 million for. There's so much help out there that is for free that they are not looking at. He's not looking at. Whether you listen to the BS that the Prime Minister is going to resign, but never let it be said that you never had the interest of the Jamaican people at heart, where you're going to do your job, that you signed a contract for to protect and serve the Jamaican people. I think if you sign to that, then it doesn't matter if a prime minister you have to answer to our minister or whatever. You're supposed to do your job. You're supposed to uphold your duty. If they want to fire you and force you to resign, so be it. But conscience should prevail. And he needs to have a conscience. He can't be sitting in a powerful seat as that and just giving PR speeches. Look, I'll give you a perfect example, and it's outside of crime. Look at the accident on Constant Spring Road with the 8 vehicle and the coaster bus. And all the commissioner could have come out and said, the man have 100 and something ticket. But he never told you what kind of tickets the man had. He never had none of dangerous and reckless driving. He might obstruct traffic and illegal drop off or whatever. Those were the basis of the tickets. But they come out and make it look like so the man is the wickedest driver out there. That is PR. And we need to stop the foolishness. So if you're going to take the job, you must do your duty and be a Jamaican and defend the people of Jamaica. And that is what I'm trying to say. It's not about politics, it's not about PMP or GLP. It's about the people of Jamaica. Let me say this to you. NDM have been trying for years. I see UIC trying, but it's the same message I hear from NDM and UIC. They're blaming the two political parties. They're not coming with solution. They're only blaming. And what you must understand, we are working with a culture of a two-party system, not a 3 and 4. So until we wrap our heads around that, I bet you're going to one going to JLP and one going to PNP and change it from within. Because the culture of the Jamaican people has been embedded for generation upon generation. It's not going to change. So we can put that in our pipe and smoke it. So better we go inside of them and change them. Change from within. That's what I have to say.
Okay, let me ask you something, Mr. Clark. Do you believe that anybody can change the GLP or the PNP after 78 years? Mr. Clark, you gone?
No, man, I'm here. I try to mute the mic. I don't like that the mic when somebody else is speaking.
Okay.
All right.
But do you believe that anybody can change the GLP and the PNP after 78 years?
It's going to be hard.
Okay.
But change can only come from
But you
within.
think it can be done?
Anything is possible, bro.
Well,
Anything is possible.
no, I don't want to leave it to chance. I truly believe that MP Prime Minister Andrew would have changed the system. Believe you me, I was all for giving Andrew Holness my 100% support.
So did I.
Yes, but him let me down.
And now you alone and let down the whole away.
Well, if him can't change the GLP, if him couldn't change it, and him become a part of it, who else you think can come from outside and go do it?
Let me ask you a question. Whose foot did Andrew Holness grow up under? Politically.
Nobody. Him
No,
grow up
man.
under Edward Seaga foot.
Okay. Monkey see, monkey do. Okay? But I think there would have been a moral compass.
How else a person to get into the GLP now, to become an MP right now, you have to kiss Andrew Holness' foot bottom. You didn't know that?
Gentlemen.
Me not doubt it.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let us not drift from the whole topic that we're on, pertaining to what is going on in Haiti and how Jamaica with the gangmanism and the corruption, because corruption stinks at the National Land Agency in this country, where then thieving poor people land and giving it to their cronies. And I'm giving them a warning tonight. I have papers to prove no thief in poor people land. And there was a woman there who was commissioner of lands, who were some of their husband was some NCB manager on the grill. You and your sister thief poor people land. You and your sister thief poor people land and make up some bogus land title. The Speaker of the House of Parliament should be sitting in Parliament. Dalfrey Liberta, what you want name. She should not be sitting in the House of Parliament. The people of this country know what is going on, you know, because they're covering it up. When the land agency thing come out, you know, not even SSL no stink like that, you know. You don't know the amount of people and them thief get their crownies. The Prime Minister went to the People's Parliament and said that Klansman gang selling land in Clifton. And we ask him the question now. The principal for the school in his constituency, is she a part of the Klansman gang? I know he can't answer. Who Andrew want to sell Clifton land to? We're talking about the crisis in Haiti.
Jeffrey.
But I'm saying this, hold on, Mr. Clark. I am saying this tonight. Listen to me. Andrew Holness. Andrew Michael Holness. Is the people of this country put you there? Be careful. Don't make Jamaicans go long past 7 days of fasting for you. Be careful, Andrew Holness. The Speaker of the House of Parliament. She doing some things when I right. She need to step down as Speaker. Yes, Mr. Clark, go ahead. Mr. Clark, you were saying something to me, sir?
Yeah, based on the land story you just touched, I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you know an organization called the House of Issa? Maybe Mr. Williams would know. Anybody
The
know
House of Issas?
Yeah, what is that?
Mr. Williams, answer the question.
House of what, Issa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, House of Issa was owned by Issa family.
What are they about?
Well, right now, Issas are in hotel trade more than anything else. They didn't even come out of the car business.
All right, let me ask you. You know if
One of the Issas gone back into supermarket business. The one that
What?
owned the hotel in New Kingston. He just owned my supermarket.
Why I asked the question, I was passing through an era a couple months ago where it was a development where a lot of overseas Jamaicans bought up in the 60s and 70s. A lot of them was from England, mostly from England. Few in America, and very few in Canada. And I see also post up a whole bunch of surveying notice on a lot of these lands. And then they survey them and fence them up, clean them up. And it's like a whole bunch of them. I mean, we're talking probably about 30 lots or more. And that's why I'm asking the question, who are they and what are they about? Based on the question, but Jeff was just mentioning a while ago, I asked the question.
No, but I want to tell you something, sir. Do not mix up the House of Issa with a construction company named Issa.
Yeah, but you know, hear what I said, on the surveyor's notice, that was what was on there, House of Issa. And not mixing up anything is what I see on the thing.
Well, as far as I know, and I don't propose to know everything, Issa is a big, prominent construction company in Jamaica now, but it's not owned by a Issa person. It's just the acronym name Issa, but it is owned by an American company.
Oh. Anyway, let us go back to our situation here. Because you know something. That is why corruption, and that is why Haiti is where Haiti is, because of the level of corruption, And we can't have a person sitting in the House of Parliament has a law firm. And all sorts of shebang around going on in the law firm, she's doing in the House of Parliament. That is why the corruption is so stinking in this country. And that is why I keep on saying Jamaica is knocking behind our neighbor's back door. We keep on saying that Jamaica won't become like Haiti. Well, if we don't do something about it, it'll become like Haiti.
Well,
Haiti don't have
response,
a government now, And it's being said, Mr. Williams, that the current prime minister, or whatever who gone, was involved in the assassination of the president. So how can the country be better, Mr. Williams?
Well, Haiti has a long history of dysfunctional presidents and governments. The best opportunity Haiti had, in my opinion, was Aristide. And Aristide did some atrocious things himself under his watch, under his command. Right? It is said under his watch that he invented the necklace killings. You know what the necklace killings is?
No, sir.
Two tie around your neck and you light your
Oh.
fire.
Okay.
So I am no promoter of Aristide, but I can tell you, his election was the fairest election that I can attest to. After that, it is who the US government want.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to play something, a piece of news clipping, and then we're going to wrap up this segment here of what is going on in Haiti. And if we in this country taking this thing for a joke, then something is fundamentally wrong with all of us. I hope you can hear it.
The island nation of Haiti is moving closer to the brink of collapse. Since early January, the country was left without a single elected official, leaving heavily armed gangs to be in control. Today, much of the capital, Port-au-Prince, is under the control of gangs that have been targeting police, and Haitians are living in fear and chaos. At a funeral in Port-au-Prince, the families of 3 fallen police officers grieved as their colleagues solemnly saluted their flag-draped coffins. In the last month, gangs have killed nearly 20 officers. Mourners lamented the lives lost and the turmoil that has engulfed the country.
Our police officers are being slain again. We will not accept that bandits rule and that they say that the government is theirs.
Elsewhere in the capital, rage. Armed protesters, some dressed in police gear, set fires in the streets, broke through the gates of the airport, and lowered the flags to half-staff to mark the deaths.
There has to be a revolution. There has to be a bloodbath. All these policemen have been killed, and the prime minister has not reacted.
Violent protests have persisted for months, and many Haitians are angry that the government can't keep them safe.
We've been suffering for a long time. People are dying of bullets. My mother, my child, and my sister. We will not be able to continue.
The term of Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who was appointed to office, expired February 2022, but he has yet to schedule new elections.
No one voted for him. He was not elected. He has no legitimacy. He has no right. Ariel Henry is not the president.
With no president, no legislative quorum, and the high court dysfunctional, lawlessness reigns. The UN estimates that gangs control more than half of Port-au-Prince. Late last year, the UN imposed sanctions on one of the most powerful gang leaders, Jimmy Cherizier, a former police officer known as Barbecue. He's accused of numerous atrocities, including massacres and sexual violence. But Cherizier considers himself the lesser evil.
You and your country, if you were living in these conditions, if you saw the conditions in which our people are living in, wouldn't you revolt?
Haiti and the UN have called for international peacekeepers to bolster the country's beleaguered police force.
It is our obligation to act fast. If we overcome the gangs, we will restore order and peace.
But so far, only Jamaica has offered to help, leaving Haiti to fall deeper into chaos. Earlier, I spoke with Jacqueline Charles, who is the Miami Herald's Caribbean correspondent. I asked her what she saw on her recent trip to Haiti.
You know, Mr. Williams, in this news clipping,
Yes.
It said is so far is only Jamaica offered to help. I wonder if the Prime Minister sit down and think seriously about what is going on in Haiti. And what are they doing to stem Jamaica's crime problem? 100 and something ports around this country is unmanned. Nobody knows to protect it. So how on earth you have in state of emergency to stem guns? You have gun amnesty. And the 100 and something ports around the country. Nobody now protect it. There's something wrong with all of it. Mr. Williams?
Well, let me first address the point of the Prime Minister's statement to Parliament. It is good PR. Good PR, because the world news pick it up and running with it. Only the Jamaican government has offered to help. Good PR. Also, another piece of good PR was the 30 names that Andrew Holness carried, Prime Minister Andrew Holness carried to Washington, D.C. when give to the FBI who we meet with.
Yes.
Good PR, because you may not remember, but I certainly have it in the front of my mind every day that I talk on a phone in Jamaica, that the US government listened to that phone call.
Yes.
Signed by Peter Phillips, supposed to have been rescinded by Bruce Golding and never was rescinded. And Andrew Holness can't rescind it either. Every phone call that originates with 876, or well, the new era code don't come in yet, with 876 is listened to by the US government. How it is done like this. It is Jamaican police that listen to those calls. Those calls are, most of the calls, 90% of the calls are routine calls. They have certain words on those calls, and there are certain individuals who are red flagged and yellow flagged. Those calls are listened to. If it's a routine call, it is removed. Then nobody listen no more. But the most important thing that you must remember is that the information on those tapes are turned over to the US government by the Jamaican police. They cannot give it to the commissioner of police. So any call that is made, the US government have that record, and they give back what they want to the commissioner and to the prime minister. So already, from I hear that prime minister going to Washington to give 30 names, the US government have 300 names, because them know more about Jamaica than the prime minister or the commissioner of police. You understand that? It's foolishness, it's PR, it's for Jamaican consumption. Let him go to Washington and meet with some low-level people, because it's a waste of time. It's a PR stunt to show that I'm doing something in Jamaica. Those 30 names don't mean nothing to the American people, because America have a policy. Them don't care how bad you want to be. Them don't care how much drugs you want to sell. Just don't sell none to America. Right? Jamaica don't have friend. America don't have friend. America have interests. And once you are playing ball with America, you are good. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness knows to play ball with America. Right? Bruce Gordon lose a job because he wouldn't play ball with America. Understand that. There's nothing in Jamaica that make Bruce Gordon lose the work. It's what go on at Washington, D.C. while Bruce Gordon lose the work. And Andrew only learned a good lesson. So he play ball with America. When America wanted the OS man, his dear man, to be elected, it's Andrew Holness them call. Andrew Holness pull string and twist arm and get the man elected. And America is happy with that. And America is happy with Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness know to play ball with America.
Until America turn on for him.
Well, that is right. But if him don't know how to play ball, then they will turn against him. But right now, him is doing a good job. He is doing what America want. But nothing is going to come out of the church name.
You know,
because America would not want Dudus if Dudus never sent drugs to America. Understand that. Dudus never traveled to America before in his life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a visa for go to America. But he make one cardinal mistake, him send drugs to America. And I'm not digressing the point, but I want to just tell you this. The SSL scandal.
Yes.
With the FBI coming in, it is because American citizens invest in that company.
Yes, and also it is proven that there's a Chinese investor in it too. And some money transfer from out of Jamaica to somewhere in the United States.
Well, the FBI will find out all of that. I'm not in any doubt about that.
Okay.
But I just want to tell you, use two examples, David Smith and Carlos Hill. Carlos Hill never had one American investor. And he rip off Jamaican people big good time. And the US government don't give a shit. Pardon the language.
Well, that's the truth.
Well, David Smith had an American investor and was taking money from American people, American citizens. And the American investor turned against him when the heat get on. And that is why David Smith has spent time in American jail now. After I'm finished with Caicos Island jail. Because it messed with American citizens.
So, you know, although we are talking about what is about Haiti, the crisis in Haiti, let us touch on this thing here. Do you believe that anybody will go to prison in the voom vavon, the voom vavi of SSL?
It depends on who she robbed from. If she robbed from American citizen, she gone.
No. Me not talk about Miss Panton. I am talking about the owners of SSL.
The owners of SSL form a new company already. You
don't get money at SSL in a bankruptcy.
You don't say Zachary Hardin with a strong connection to JLP and the head of SSL form a new company. Anybody investigating that? Let me tell you something, my friend. The only thing we can do in Jamaica when it comes to SSL is that we must hold Nigel Clark to his word of transparency, 100%.
But hold on there. Nigel Clark, boss said it, you know. When he was sworn in as Prime Minister of this country, Nigel Clark, Andrew Michael Holness said that he's going to run a transparent government. It hasn't happened. So me now listen to what Nigel Clark said. What I want the FBI to dig and dig and dig. And who fi go prison, go prison.
Well, that is the only saving grace. That's the only saving grace, my friend. that the FBI, that the SSL robbed from a couple American citizens. That's the only
And
saving grace.
we as Jamaican citizens must petition the American Congress to investigate donor funds into Jamaica. Where is the donor funds going? We must petition the American government. Too much corruption in this country.
I cannot even get your good friend, Mr. Clark M., who will listen to this program regularly and hear about corruption daily, can't even buy into the idea that we have an Alibaba system here. Mr. Clark himself don't buy into that idea yet.
No, I know there's a powers that be that
And you
run this
expect
country.
Andrew Holness to solve it?
No, I'm not expecting because
Well then who you plan to solve it then?
More you going
Who
to
you plan to solve it?
More you going to go join them?
Who?
May you go join them?
Join who?
The GLP and change it.
You forget, say I was in the PNP and I was in the GLP. I know both of them back to back, inside out. What I know about GLP and PNP, I can't talk on any program. You think what I talk is what I know? I spent 27 years in the GLP. What you talk about? John? You get sucked into this sinkhole. You think Ronnie Twaits was not a good man before I'm going to PNP? You think Delroy Chuck was not a good man before I'm going to GLP? You can't clean a stable of shit without getting some of the shit from you. Well, and you must always remember this. Don't worry about the shit that you splash on yourself or splash on you. Worry about the one that when you try to wash it off, it can't wash off. I come out of the GLP, I can wash off every shit right upon me. That's why I can talk the way I talk. Some of them can't wash it off.
So we need to go back to England then?
No, you can join an organization and make your voice be heard. That is not GLP or PNP.
So who is relevant now then?
You have to answer that question for yourself.
No, but based on your
But gentlemen, the question must be asked to a fellow Jamaican. As what Mr. Williams said from 1938 until now, we have been swapping black dog for monkey in this country. No better barrel, no better herring. The Labour Party and the comrades have been leading this country how many years again, Mr.
18 and a half years.
18 and a half years.
18.
18 and a half years.
Continuous reign.
Yes.
And Andrew only swears him I brought that record.
Oh. So how long has the two parties running this country?
78 years from 1944.
From 1944. The two parties have been running Jamaica. 78 years.
Yes.
And what has they done to uplift the people of this country?
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. In June of 2022, the Education Ministry had a report about the condition of the students when they leave high school. 30%, 30, cannot read or write, leave high school. And 50% cannot reason. In other words, when them hear something, them can't figure it out. Only 20% have the ability to go on to university education. And out of that 20%, only 17.5% go to university.
Mm.
When they ask the Minister of Education what happened to the other 2.5%, them say them don't know, maybe them go abroad. Maybe. We only produce 20% of all the children leaving high school annually who have the ability to go to university. You tell me if that is not a failed education system.
That's why I keep on saying, the two political party has failed the people of this country over and over and over and over again. No better barrel, no better herring. Corruption stink to the highest heaven.
I want to answer this question from Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
Which country in the world could have a prime minister who set up a business and register it in a different country?
Only in Jamaica. No other modern democracy.
Right.
This could happen.
That's right. And as far as the leader of the opposition goes, Proven is also registered in St. Lucia.
The leader of the opposition have been what's your Lucia too?
It is part of Proven, their Bunton company.
Is registered in St. Lucia too?
Yes.
Bangarang.
Who have the biggest garrison in Jamaica?
The leader of the opposition.
That's right. Who have the second biggest garrison?
Angela Brown Burke.
From the JLP side.
Andrew Holness.
All right. Who run garrison?
Andrew Holness and
Yes, but who them employed to run garrison?
I don't know.
What does garrison represent?
Let's say it's underprivileged people well, let's not put it that way. Danmanism and gangsterism.
How does the gangster use? What does the gangster use to run garrison?
No money and gun.
And
gun.
So, you're going to get rid of gun, man? I tell you, you have to learn for reason. It's not everything that comes to you in black and white.
Yes. Parables is around here to understand the parables.
You have to reason it out. A man named Bruce Golden employed a man named Hugh Small.
Yes.
While he was prime minister, to rewrite the laws of libel and slander. Because him said it was too rigid. Well, him rewrite it. And him don't even make it half as liberal as the US laws of libel and slander. Him tie it up same way. So you have to be very careful in Jamaica of what you say or what you write. Because the laws of libel in Jamaica is far, far different
from the laws of libel in America
that you have in America. So when I talk about Alibaba, you understand why now?
Yes.
Because 63 member of parliament has only 40 Alibaba.
but in let us go back to these two companies. One by the opposition leader and one by the prime minister.
Yes.
And they are telling the people of Jamaica to pay taxes when they are trying not to pay taxes.
That's right. That's right.
So that is why you don't hear the opposition leader say anything about Andrew Holness' company.
That's right.
In which modern democracy?
I didn't want to use the word modern. I just ask you which democracy.
Huh?
I didn't want to use the word modern. I said which democracy would tolerate a prime minister and a leader of the opposition owning companies that are registered in a different company, in a different country than they live. And no better time now. If Andrew Holness wanted to the people of Jamaica's interest. If not take the laws of St. Lucia and bring them to Jamaica and make them. Him have 2/3 majority in Parliament. And him have in the Senate, all him need is golden for vote for him. And him can bring the laws of St. Lucia right to Jamaica.
You know, as you touch on, he has majority in the House of Representatives. You think because he has majority, why he acts so cocky and domineering and act as if he's Xi Jinping or Vladimir Putin from Russia, or according to Donald Trump, the little rocket man from North Korea?
Him is more powerful. Andrew Holness have more power in Jamaica than the President of the United States.
I know that.
All right.
When I tell
Well,
someone,
then you don't need to, and he has 10 seats coming up in the next election that the people are going to not running back. 10.
One again?
10 seats, JLP seats, including Mike Henry seat.
Mike not running. Are they not running?
Seat.
Are they not going to go back and run?
Huh?
Are they not going to go back and run? Are they sure?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. 10 of them.
Bangarang.
And you watch to see who is the 10 people that Andrew Holness is going to put into those seats. 10 people that kiss him foot bottom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
As we touch on that now, Mr. Williams, do you think the Andrew Holness-led administration stand another term in government in this country election call? Based on what is going on, the corruption and so forth?
Who is going to get rid of him? Mark Golden? Mark Golden? You really put a split PNP?
Well.
Are you think the richest man in Jamaica in politics?
Who?
Philip Paulwell.
Is
valued at $56 million US. That's what I hear.
What is it?
He's valued at $56 million US.
Who, Paulwell?
Yes. And there's only one person behind him in Jamaica, Andrew Holness, with $40 million US. You ever hear that clip?
I heard something that the good gentleman who own a house in Lower Manhattan. I don't know if that is true.
Who?
That the good gentleman who worth over how much million US? The first one you call. He has a house in Lower Manhattan.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mr. Williams, I don't know. Marshall Clark, you still there with us, or are you going on the next program? You know, Mr. Williams, Jamaica is going to somewhere that we don't want it to go.
That's right.
Yeah, Jeffrey, I have to go here.
Your final word before you go and leave us, please.
You know, I pray that we Jamaicans stand up and let our voices be heard. It is time we demand a change. It is time we demand a true democracy. It is time we demand transparency. It is time we demand a safe Jamaica. It's a simple thing. It's a natural thing to offer our people a safe country and a country that is financed and that it is less corruption. But for what I'm seeing in the last 20, 30 years, something different. I don't know this Jamaica. I don't want to know this Jamaica. But I'm concerned for my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. What will they come and inherit? Some are urging all well-thinking Jamaicans. Let us not vote based on a handout or based on what we will get or the spoils that we'll get because we vote this person. But let us vote for the person that will truly represent this nation, will truly put this country forward first. I don't care if it's PMP, GLP, NDM, or UIC. Let's vote for a government that is of the people, for the people, and will always protect and defend the people. Those are my few words, sir. God bless
Thank
you.
you for coming on, Mr. Clark. So Williams, you touched on something a while ago that opened up my eyes. 10 seats the Labour Party will not contest if election should
No,
call
the
tomorrow
change in
morning.
leaders, the change in MPs.
Oh, yes, the changing leaders.
Change constituency leaders.
Yes. Mike Henry is one.
Yes.
Audley Shaw is one.
Yes.
I think Desmond McKenzie is one.
Yes.
And Mr. Warmington is one.
Yes.
Is Babsy one too?
No, I think she's going to go back one more term.
So who's the other six?
You have others, man. I don't have all the list of them right here in front of me, but you name the key one them.
And I don't know if this is true, but I heard that there was some conflict going on.
I think Delroy Chuck's not going back either.
Yes. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that there was some conflict going on in the Labour Party camp over the weekend, this weekend here, where somebody threatened to box down the Minister of Information. You hear about it?
No. Well,
that's the news I got coming to me. I don't know if
the
it's true.
Minister of Information,
Huh?
him threatened to box the Prime Minister.
One again?
If him threatened to box the Minister of Information, him also threatened to box the Prime Minister.
Well, to what I hear, somebody very close to the PM.
Well, he might think him close to the PM. If him close to the PM, he would not have threatened to box down the Information Minister. If him that close to the PM, all the what him want to do is whisper into the ears of the Prime Minister, and his grievance will be solved.
You know, Mr. Williams, we're gonna wrap up our little thing here now. But where do you see Jamaica in the next 2 years? I wouldn't put 10 years, the next 2 years from now. If God spares us sinful life, where do we see this country?
Well, how I see it is that I'm going to have, if them call a local government election, I hear start that I'm going to postpone it again. The precedent is there for future postponement. Let the PNP precedent, so even if them want quarrel, them postpone it the whole heap of time. So the precedent is there. If it is not postponed, Holmes is going to call it at the most opportune time for him. And more than likely, he's going to rout the PNP.
Mm-hmm.
2 seats that I don't think them can win back in the parish council is Manchester and Westmoreland.
Yes.
And if them lose those 2 and them gain back everything else, then Mark Golden would have get egg on him face. Because he has been calling hard for local government election. Before him sit down there and do him job properly as a good leader of the opposition. Him making stupid statements that him know that don't mean a thing because it's only the Prime Minister can call an election. And I'm sure I know that long time.
I want to play something for you, my good friend. That I don't know if you hear it before. But I want it, I hope you can hear it.
And people don't seem to
You hearing it?
understand this
No.
part of it. Money is not easy to come by. Tell you the problem.
Katie Knight.
And people
Yes.
don't seem to understand this part of it. Money is not easy to come by. You ask people for donations and so on. They give you some. I don't want to tell you who was Oswest's largest donor. I don't want to tell you who gave him the most money. But I'll tell you this. Much of the money that the Labour had spent in this election was money that they stole from the people themselves. They stole that money and they stored a part of it to use in buying votes. It is not through the generosity of others that they were able to get the whole set of money that they had. This was as a result of them stealing $14 billion from the public purse. 14 billion, that's $4.6 million from every single Jamaican, including the baby, including the beggar who was to pay GCT. And then they took it and they bought my black brothers and sisters. This is a return to slavery. That's what it is. But this time is not the white man buying the black man. It's the black man putting up himself for sale to anybody, whether black or white. My brother, we are going to regret this. I will be gone. I will be gone. But black people going to regret it, because the time is coming when not one single person coming out of Northeast St. Catherine will be able to become a member of parliament. Not one. Only the rich, the very rich, will be able to become members of parliament, to plunder the public purse some more and steal some more and let themselves get richer. I'm told that Michael Mann, the time gone. My God, my God, why hast thou forsaken us?
I've
My
heard it
God.
before.
Huh?
I've heard it before. But you have heard it before too.
Yes, I have.
No, but a different person speaking.
Who?
Omar Davies.
Oh.
You forget Omar Davies' speech?
No,
To
did I
run
hear
with
it?
it?
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
$16 billion.
So no
They
better
spent
barrel,
in
no
that
better herring.
election. Huh?
So no better barrel, no better herring.
That's right. Katie and I talking about now. $16 billion was overspent because Omar Davies said it is better for us to be in government and wonder how we're going to pay it back
One out of government.
than to be out of government.
I remember that speech.
So what did Andrew Holness learn from the PNP?
To thief. My good friend, I'm asking you now, as we're going to wrap up, your final word on Jamaica and on Haiti. As we wrap up the Make We Talk program Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm speaking to Mr. Michael Williams, Chairman of the National Democratic Movement. Your final word for me, sir.
I am calling on all the people of Jamaica to get a gear. Find a person or an organization that love Jamaica first. They must love Jamaica first and join up with that person or that group so that we can change Jamaica. We cannot have another 78 years of JL-PNP government in power. Those two parties are not taking Jamaica anywhere. Find a group of people who love Jamaica first and join with them to change Jamaica. That's all I can beg you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Michael Williams, Chairman of the National Democratic Movement. Thank you so much for coming on, sir. And my fellow Jamaicans, both home and abroad in the diaspora, let us rally around a single cause and a single purpose. In these two pairs of hands that God give us, lies our country, the land of our birth. Let us stand up and rescue this country. Rescue this country from the hands of corruption. Rescue this country, as what Mr. Williams said, from the Alibaba and their 40 teeth. Jamaica need rescuing. Let us stop this PNP and JLP bangarang in this country. We came to this rock by labor pain, not by PNP, nor JLP, nor aeroplane. Too many of our people whose lands has been in their family from generation to generation is stolen, then a thiefy down on the lands authority. And we have a woman sitting in the House of Parliament who is not fit to be there as Speaker. My fellow Jamaicans, rise up. The corruption in this country stink worse than
It's
Robert
8
and Dumb.
o'clock.
When the corruption in the National Land Agency comes out, it will be stinker than SSL. I know somebody right now who's crying because they're trying to thief our land. But as long as I have breath inside of me, and I can do something to help, that land that is in her family from generation to generation will be back in her hand. Because I will not stop talking out and fighting for the poor people of my blessed country. From Negril Point to Moran Point, from Drunkhead Mountain to Blue Mountain Peak, let our voice be heard. Let us rally around a single cause and a single purpose for better governing in this country. Let us demand a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Not a government of the favorite few. And until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless Jamaica, land we love. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. I am not here to gain power or to gain riches or to look anything. I am here to speak out for my people, to speak out for the rock that we all was born in. If we even leave and go overseas, Jamaica will always be my home. stand up, Jamaicans. And as they fight for the power and the greed, stand up, Jamaicans. Stand up for a better Jamaica. For our children, and our children for the next generation to come. May God bless you. Mr. Williams, thank you very much, sir, for coming on.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best.